pound king has arrived here in London, Wembley. Before you head in there, how do you see this playing out tonight?
I see it going. It's tough. You know, I think the first round is going to decide who's going to initiate, take control of the fight. I think AJ got the experience. Everything leading up, you know, to this fight has shaped AJ for, you know, a victory. But I won't be surprised if the ball came stole the show.
There's been a lot of chatter about what's next for you. Anything the fans should keep an eye out for?
I'm just waiting to see what's next for me.
Well, we're excited to see as well.
Thank you.
And then very quickly, so
we know Bud wants Canelo, but does Canelo want Bud? As for this fight, we enter round 9. Surprise, perhaps, that Hutchinson's still on his feet after being dropped in round 6.
Yeah, showed loads of courage, will to win, desire. Landed a nice left hook there.
Didn't he? Made Buatsi back up a little bit.
Well, his left hook may not be as strong as Buatsi's jab, and he is turning on the heat.
These are heavy shots in, but look at this.
Look at Hutchinson firing back.
Fantastic.
The crowd loved that. From both incredible stuff from Willie Hutchinson.
It's just like the Godfather. Right when you think he's out, he pulls you back in.
And again here, a fight fairly first, but quality work here from Hutchinson. Just when Buatsi was turning the screw.
Both men feeling the effects of this fight. This could not have been the last hurrah for Hutchinson. The body language does not look good.
He looks exhausted.
He does.
Buatsi's not too fresh himself.
Yeah, Foreman's going to the window.
What's up, fight fans? What a great day for a heavyweight championship fight. And I know a lot of people probably didn't even realize this was coming. Willie Hutchinson, Joshua Buatsi going at it in an absolute war right now. I've just been watching the last few rounds of these guys, and I mean, man, this is some kind of classic bout right now. I expect a great bout later. Oh! And here's a knockdown in the 9th. Buatsi knocks Hutchinson down. 15 seconds left in the 9th. Referee tells Buatsi, come to me. He's still in it. Hutchinson trying to put him away, Buatsi trying to put him away. Hutchinson landing a big right hook, backing up. He is hurt, though. Eats a left right before the bell. And that brings us to round 10. What's up, Fights with Friends family? What are we eating, drinking, smoking? It is Riyadh season, Wembley Stadium. Packed crowd of 96,000 have showed up to watch an incredible card put on by the Riyadh creators and a pay-per-view price of $19.99. Not only is this card not top-heavy, it's stacked with championship bouts. It's properly priced, in my opinion. $19.99 is a great price for pay-per-views. You still get the excitement of a pay-per-view without breaking the bank. Invite all your friends over. Not everybody has it. Oh, good right hand and a left hook there from Hutchinson here in the 10th. He was down at the end of the last round, the 9th. Good uppercut there from Buatsi. And Hutchinson pumping that double jab, snapping Buatsi's head back. And there's the left to the body from Buatsi. These two have been absolutely warring. What's up, drunk? Sick as a dog today? Oh, that sucks, man. From prednisone steroid pills. Ear doctor put me on yesterday. Said I might not feel well. That was an understatement. Was there an infection or something, though? Are they going to hopefully be able to fix something with your ear, dude? Good combination to the body there from Buatsi. Oh, what a left hook from Hutchinson. Almost puts Buatsi through the ropes. Yeah, this is like an instant classic right now. These two have been going at it toe to toe. I mean, it honestly reminds me a lot of the James Toney Vasily Jirov fight. Good left hook upstairs, right to the body, and Buatsi going crazy with the combo, and Hutchinson matadors him. And Buatsi almost trips through the ropes. Oh, another good right hook to the body, left hook upstairs. And Buatsi has been money with that combination today. But Hutchinson will not stop. He continues to come forward like a zombie. And he lands a great left hook there as Buatsi holds on. These two really leaving everything in the ring today. And I mean everything. What's up, PBR Street Gang in the house? What's going on, my brother? And good double jab to the body there from Buatsi. He's going to bring that right hook upstairs, though. Remember, he hurt Hutchinson at the end of the 9th, knocked him down. Let's see if he can repeat that here at the end of the 10th. Oh, and he lands a good left hook upstairs there. There's a straight right from Buatsi. And Hutchinson swinging wildly, missing with the left. These guys are exhausted, and they should be. Good 1-2 there from Hutchinson. They have just been going toe-to-toe in an incredible war for 30 minutes now. And here we come to the championship rounds. So I couldn't go to the MRI appointment. Now I'll have to reschedule after I get from California. Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry about that. And look who's in the building. The nose. The nose. Ariel Hawani.
From that fight that you are hoping to not replicate in this fight.
Just stick to the game plan. Don't look out the window. Do what I've been doing in the gym. And I should get the win.
Talking with Hamzah Sheeraz. Sheeraz 20-0 with 16 knockouts. He will be fighting later tonight in this absolutely stacked Wembley boxing card. Man, they picked a good week. We thought we weren't going to get fighting in a UFC off week. Man, we're getting fighting. We're getting some great boxing. And here we go, round 3. Hutchinson swinging for the fences immediately. There's a left hook and lands a right hook behind the head of Buatsi. Another great left hook landing there for Hutchinson. Straight left from Buatsi. Hutchinson giving Buatsi plenty of counter shot opportunities, and Buatsi takes advantage of it with a 4-punch, now 6-punch combination to the body. Right hook upstairs. Buatsi digging to the body. Big, lands a right uppercut upstairs and a right hook. And he's got Hutchinson on the ropes. He is digging to the body like a man possessed by a swarm of demons. And Hutchinson holds on after taking about 34 body shots in 20 seconds. That was wild. And yeah, Buatsi might need a little hold after that. There's a good straight right from Hutchinson, and that's just, oh, big right hook from Hutchinson. And that's how this fight has gone, just a back and forth war. Straight right, left hook from Hutchinson, and there's the left uppercut to the body from Buatsi. Right, left hook upstairs, double left hook from Hutchinson, now Buatsi's hurt. Right hook upstairs, left hook to the temple. Buatsi digging with a combination to the body. How does he have the energy to keep going? These two warriors putting on an absolute spectacle here at Wembley. And there's the straight right and the left hook again from Hutchinson. Buatsi landing a left. Good 1-2 from Hutchinson. Buatsi still seems hurt. Hutchinson using all the energy he has left to try to take advantage. Lands a good straight right there. And there's a left upstairs and one to the body from Buatsi. Both of these guys have been hurt. Both are exhausted and both have the hearts of champions. Double jab there from Buatsi upstairs and one to the body lands. Buatsi continuing to work the body in the corner. And Hutchinson comes back with a straight right and a left uppercut. This has been like a contest of anything you can do, I can do better. And they keep trying to one-up each other. Oh, beautiful left hook and the right hand afterwards there from Hutchinson. And again, a hold. Because these two warriors are exhausted. What a left hook from Hutchinson! And the straight right here at the end of the round hurts Buatsi again. And a big right hook at the bell from Buatsi. What an exchange. What a fight. What's up, Phil D. Rowe in the house? Terrence Crawford, WBA Super Welterweight Champion in the front row, enjoying the fights as a spectator today. And there is Tyson Fury, a very interested competitor. It is rumored that the winner of Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, could fight the winner of today's heavyweight bout between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. I know a lot of you may not know Daniel Dubois. This guy has killer power. He's in it. He's in it to win it. Yes, he's an underdog, but don't count him out against Anthony Joshua. Daniel Dubois, he's got power. He's a great skilled boxer. Anthony Joshua should be tested very much today. And a powerful combination from Hutchinson to start the 12th. There's a big right hook from Buatsi, though, that might have hurt Hutchinson. And Hutchinson comes back with a left hook upstairs and the left uppercut. Oh, my goodness. These two are warring in the center of the ring. Once again, uppercuts upstairs, shots to the body here from Buatsi. And this referee has had his hands full today. Good right uppercut and a left hook from Buatsi. An intentional headbutt point taken away earlier. Buatsi with the knockdown in the 9th. Oh, and there's the right hand to set up the left uppercut lands once again for Hutchinson. That has been gold. Right, left hook, and right uppercut from Hutchinson. These combos are incredible. And the fact that he can still throw them in the 12th round speaks volumes. And Buatsi snapping Hutchinson's head back with left hooks upstairs and now digging once again to the body. Hutchinson, right hand, left uppercut, lands again. And he catches Buatsi off balance with a counter. Double left hook, right uppercut, left hook again from Hutchinson. There's a straight right from Buatsi, but Hutchinson's volume is unreal at the moment. And Buatsi catches him off balance with a big left hook, though. Will there be another knockdown in this fight? Will there be a knockout? Left hook, straight right from Hutchinson. Oh, and there's 2 more big right hooks from Hutchinson, a left and a right hook. And Buatsi back to the body with a combination. More shots to the body, left hook to the head from Buatsi. And there's a 1-2 from Hutchinson. The action is non-stop here, even in the 12th round. Good 1-2 there from Hutchinson. Buatsi, left hand upstairs, right hook to the body. Oh, what a right hook from Hutchinson. And Buatsi takes it like nothing. You got any more? Hits him with another overhand right. The chin on Joshua Buatsi is just amazing. He's taken so many power shots in this bout. And there's a good right hook from Hutchinson. Buatsi again digging to the body. Oh, there's a triple left hook from Hutchinson, and Buatsi still somehow stays on his feet, eats another right hook. And that's going to be the end of this one. Both men raise their hands. We're going to take it to the judges. All right, guys, 10 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. It is Heavyweight World Championship Saturday here on Fights with Friends. Just what an absolute war. I got to go back and watch that whole fight. I recommend you to watch that fight. That looked like an instant classic. Like I said, from what I've seen of it, I would compare it to James Toney Vasily Jirov, one of my favorite all-time boxing matches. We don't always do boxing on here, but let me know in the chat what some of your favorite all-time boxing matches are. And Catterall and Progros will be fighting on October 26th. Oh, and they're playing that music. I don't want to get copyrighted, but... And Bulow's scorecard has it for Buatsi. Buatsi scoring 3 knockdowns in the fight. Had Hutchinson down in the 6th, 7th, and the 9th. And that's pretty much the difference on his scorecard, is he has it 116-109 for Joshua Buatsi. We're going to see how the judges here score it. Hopefully there's a little less bias than what we seen yesterday in Dublin, Ireland. That was that was not great judging. I will just say that. There was some horrible decisions. What's going on, Phil? Oh, so I couldn't go to the MRI appointment? Now I'll have to reschedule after I get from California. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. They should come to you. You're the drunk in charge. Tell them, hey, you need to come to me. Come find me. Yeah, of course we have a split decision. 3 knockdowns from Buatsi. Wow. Horrible decision there. Seemingly. Wow, 117-108 for Buatsi. That's these cards are all over the place. 115-110. That's got to be Buatsi. And the right man gets the decision. Hard to come back from 3 knockdowns. I have no idea how that is a split decision. That card is absolutely embarrassing to the sport of boxing. But we've been here before. We know what we're getting into with boxing. Joshua Buatsi moves to 19-0, 13 knockouts, and he is now the interim WBO heavyweight champion. So add one more name to the carousel of heavyweight fighters fighting for the world championship. And his name is Joshua Buatsi. So co-main event coming up next for the EBU European WBC Silver and Commonwealth Middleweight Championship between Tyler Denny and the undefeated Hamzah Sheeraz. Stacking wood, a little bit left over from the last load. I'm set for winter and some of the next one too. Oh, that's nice. Thinking ahead. I like it. Might be stuck inside watching a lot of fights with friends this winter, right? We hope. I'm hoping to be doing a lot of fights with friends. And some other cooler stuff that involves you guys more in the conversation. Even if it's not, fight reactions. All right, as I mentioned, one more fight on this card. Before the main event. You can watch along on DAZN or at payperview.com. Pay-per-view for this one just $19.99. Like pay-per-views should be. Who the hell's got the money, right? Who the hell's got the money to be shelling out $70 a pay-per-view? $80 a pay-per-view. Not me. Probably not you guys either. All right, heavyweight bout here. We will put up a poll for this one. But before, let's do a little bit of research. We're going to go to DraftKings. We're going to go to BoxRec, which is basically my tapology for boxing. So I'm going to get those two things up, and then I will run you guys through the records, through the odds, and give you guys a little more information to vote on. All right, let's go. First, we'll do what have you done for me lately. Then we'll bring up the odds. And then, of course, we will let you guys vote on who you think's going to win. So, first of all, we got Tyler Denny, 19-2. Is that correct? Just one knockout in 21 fights? Knocked out once. One of his two losses was by knockout. He is 33 years old. That's hard to believe. He's only got one. That's got to be a mistake. Really? One knockout in his whole career? No, that does not appear to be a mistake. One knockout in his whole career. He got it 2 fights ago against Matteo Signani. Wow, I'm sorry, but what a boring fighter. 19-2, like I said, his last loss, he had a majority decision loss to Linus Odifia. And then he was knocked out back in 2018 by 21-1 Reese Cartwright. There's the tail of the tape. Denny, 8 years older at 33. Sheeraz, 5 inches taller at 6'3". And, geez, we're jumping right into this. What is going on? Boxing's got pace. We're not used to this. Well, let's go Hamzah Sheeraz real quick. In 2018, he had 3 decisions in a row. I don't know what changed, and starting in 2019, nobody's went the distance with this guy. It could be a maturing thing. Maybe he matured into his body. He is only 25. Real quick, we'll look at the odds. Tyler Denny, a plus 600 underdog. Hamzah Sheeraz, a minus 1,000 favorite. So that means you got to put down $1,000 to win 100 on Sheeraz. $100 will win you 600 on Tyler Denny. Man, and Vegas still in a lot of points on this one. That's 400 in my book. Difference between 1,000 and 600. But let's put a poll up. It's going to have to be quick. 19 wins, 1 knockout. Right? Like, who does that? All right, Sheeraz versus Denny. Remember, Sheeraz is the undefeated young fighter. Denny is the 19-2 guy. All right, and there is our poll. Both men are in the ring. It's going to be a short one. All right, Hamzah Sheeraz making his way to the ring. So we do have a minute. I gotta go with Sheeraz, says Phil. All right, Sheeraz with quite the entrance here. Got a bit of a poor man's sphere walkway here. With the screens and the holograms. Reminds you a little bit of another flashy Arab fighter, Naseem Hamed. One of the most entertaining fighters maybe in history. Hamzah Sheeraz, like I said, 16 knockouts in 20 wins, but nobody's went the distance with him since 2018. That's 7 years ago. Do the math. That's about when he turned 18 years old. So, man, that is a tall middleweight. Look at this kid. He's got a Tommy Hearns type stature here. And we'll look at the voting. 100% so far for Hamzah Sheeraz. And you see the fan zone vote here on DAZN. 72% of them voting for Sheeraz, just 28% for Tyler Denny. Co-main event, as I mentioned, a couple belts on the line going into this one. I think it might be each fighter has a belt, so each fighter has something to put on the line. And I like that. That's fun. It's fun to watch a challenger go against a champion, but when you got 2 guys that are bringing something to the table, like, that's cool too. It's like, I'm going to keep my belt, but I'm going to take yours too. You're not going to be able to hold your pants up next week. I mean, what are you going to spank your kids with when I have all your belts? And Hamzah getting a little fast. Man, they're really working that Vaseline in. Did you see that? That was some... I don't know what kind of technique that was, but he's going to be sweating Vaseline if they did that for very long in the back.
For the EBU European, WBC silver, and Commonwealth middleweight.
All right, so a couple middleweight championships on the line for this one.
At the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, with Frank
All right, co-main event. Thank you guys for joining. Welcome to Fights with Friends. Make sure and hit that like and share button if you want to donate to the show. We are remonetized. We got the super chat option. We got the premium membership option. You can hit me on Cash App. You can hit me on PayPal. Just don't hit me below the belt. Oh.
is John Smith. Our three judges assigned will be Victor Laughlin of Scotland, Kieran McCann of England, and Kevin Parker of England.
So we got 2 English judges and 1 Scotland judge. I want to know who the bonehead was that was way off from everybody else in the last fight. Mark Bates is the referee for this one. Yeah, how do you get 19 wins and one knockout? Like, who's still booking this guy, right? All right, just 3 votes in so far, but 100% for Sheeraz. Out of the blue corner, 19-2 with 3 draws and 1 knockout from West Midlands, England, United Kingdom, Tyler Denny. Tyler Hands of Feathers Denny. 19 wins and 1 knockout. I gotta root for Hamzah Sheeraz just because I don't want to see this guy, throwing feather shots for 12 rounds. And out of the red corner, he is a young, undefeated prospect. Yo, what's up, Daniel Berry? From Ilford, Essex, England, United Kingdom. A spectacular undefeated record at 20 wins, 0 losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He's got a couple of belts here. Looks like he's got the LGBTQ belt on the right and then a WBC belt on the left. I'm sorry, literally the belt is made out of a rainbow, though. I don't know what you want from me. All right, and here is the stare down. We do get an intense touch of gloves for this one. And we're going to end the poll. Not surprised by that one at 100% for Sheeraz. You guys like finishes. Watch him get a second knockout on Sheeraz because we voted against him. Right? No, that would have been if we bet. All right, here we go. Good jab from Sheeraz. Early Sheeraz, about 5 inches taller. Oh, a right hand and a left hook, and Denny is down already. Tyler Denny down in less than 15 seconds. Maybe a little off balance, but Hamzah Sheeraz came for business today. There's no filling out process for him. Good jab, left hook to the body for Denny. Oh, there's a double left hook upstairs for Sheeraz, and 1 to the body, and Denny holds on. Denny already down in less than 15 seconds in this fight. Can he finish the first round upright? Good exchange of jabs there. Sheeraz is such a tall middleweight. Oh, there's a big 1-2 from Sheeraz. And Denny lands a left hook upstairs and immediately holds on. Sheeraz measuring with that jab from the 6'5" frame. Oh, big left hook for Sheeraz, and there's a 1-2. Oh, good combination to the body and then the head from Denny. That was about a 5-punch combination. That right hand lands for Sheeraz and a 1-2. Sheeraz, throwing a storm of punches. There's a straight right and a left hook. Denny dodging a lot of those, though. He could tire Sheeraz out a little bit. Sheeraz just 25 years old, though. Oh, what a left hook to the body from Sheeraz. And Denny answers with a right hook to the body of his own. Sheeraz sets leverage on these punches. As I mentioned, a Tommy Hearns-like stature. He's even taller than Hearns, though. And his arms might be longer. Oh, what a right hook from Sheeraz, and there's the right uppercut. Denny's hurt again with 45 seconds left in the first. There's a good straight right from Denny. And Denny working to the body with a left-right hook and 2 left hooks upstairs. And he pushes Sheeraz into the ropes. Sheeraz looking to find that one power punch with 25 seconds left in the first. There's a sniper right hand down the middle. And there's another right, and he throws 6, 7 punches there. Only lands one of them. Pretty good defense there from Denny, who lands a left hook and a right hook upstairs himself. And now Denny bouncing Sheeraz off the ropes with his pillow fest punches. There's a good combination of the body from Tyler Denny at the bell. But obviously got to give the round 10-8 to Hamzah Sheeraz because of the knockdown. Let's go into some corners here. Well, they're not going to give us corners. They're going to give us music. Thanks a lot, DAZN. Denny got decked early. Yes, he did. A little off balance, probably. Maybe a little bit of nerves. I don't think he was really hurt from that knockdown. But Sheeraz, it gave Sheeraz, I think, a lot of confidence. Here we go into the second. Sheeraz starting this with a straight left. Good jab to the body from Denny. The problem for Denny is Tyler Denny with one knockout and 20 wins and 1 knockout. Like, Sheeraz does not respect his power, and for good reason. He's just going to walk through to try to land what he can. There's a good right hook from Denny. Good straight right down the middle there from Denny. And a good 1-2 from Sheeraz. He's got Denny backed up against the ropes. Another good jab there from Sheeraz. And Sheeraz can create a little bit of space here against the ropes. Wait for Denny to come out, pop him on the way out. He's got a big enough reach advantage. Oh, and there's a good straight right from Tyler Denny and a hold. 2 minutes left in the second. Oh, big left hook from Sheeraz and a straight right down the middle. Another big 1-2 from Sheeraz and a right hook. Straight right to the body from Denny. And Tyler Denny with a shoe shine downstairs. That was about 8 punches to the body, and Sheeraz didn't bother blocking any of them. There's a double left hook to the body from Denny. And you can see why Denny only has 2 losses in his career. He's got fast hands. He throws combinations. Just has only been able to find the power that one time. It was recently. Oh, and there's an uppercut upstairs and a combination of the body from Sheeraz. Another 1-2 from Hamzah Sheeraz. Oh, that was a beautiful right hook from Sheeraz. And Tyler Denny is down once again. Tyler Denny looking outclassed in the second. And the referee, I'm a little surprised. It may be a bit of an early stoppage. but I think we know what direction it was going. Hamzah Sheeraz gets the knockout in the second round. 2 knockdowns. He wins the European Middleweight Championship. And just like that, the co-main event is over and done. And we are on to Heavyweight Championship boxing. We'll get a presentation of the belts here. A little interview from Hamzah Sheeraz, and we will go to the main event. And look at that big name coming up October 19th. They're listing it on DAZN. Ngannou and Fajeda. That must be internationally, because I forget that international doesn't get ESPN Plus. So, of course, ESPN Plus pay-per-view be Francis Ngannou, Renan Fajeda. They're really stacking that card up on PFL. I believe they're bringing the price of the pay-per-view down to, I think it's $49.99. The CEO of PFL said it was going to be, they were going to spend more money on that show than the UFC did on the 306 Sphere show. I'll believe it when I see it. If they spend that much money, they might just bankrupt themselves. But I'll enjoy the spectacle while it lasts. Let's watch the replay here. Big left hook. And there's the right hand from Sheeraz, and another left hook that just decimates Tyler Denny. He cannot stand up under the power of Hamzah Sheeraz. Like I said, he's knocked out pretty much everybody as an adult. Since 2019, no man has went the distance with him. He's only 25 years old. Do the math. It's like the guy got his man strength and nobody could last with him anymore. Watched some Cage Warriors earlier. Manchester, couple good fights. Nice. What's up, Adam from Allen? Ootlah, out working on the golf course. What's up, folks? What are you doing on the golf? You work for the golf course? Or, like for the golf course? Or your family owns a golf course or something? That's pretty cool, Adam. Good to see you, man. Let's fucking go. Adam bought the first ever Let's Fucking Go hat from the Fights with Friends store.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes 5 seconds of round number 2. Our referee in charge, Mark Gates.
2:05 of the second round. Weekends at work at a golf course. Nice. Man, you like to work, man. I used to be like that before I got lazy. How old are you, Adam? I hope you're not older than me. I'm going to feel so lazy. Hamzah Sheeraz moves to 21-0 with 16 knockouts. And the 25-year-old has got a bright, bright future ahead. 52. I stay busy. Hell yeah, you do. Yeah, you are older than me. Now I really feel lazy. I need to get on a bike with you sometime, though, man. We got to meet up for bike rides. I used to love to ride my bike everywhere, and actually enjoyed it. And I've been too lazy. All right, guys, official. I think we're going to get a little interview here from Hamzah Sheeraz, and then the hype for the Heavyweight Championship starts. Yes, cheers, Phil. 3 belts now. He's got one on the waist and one on each shoulder. He's got that WBC World Championship belt now. That's the real one. I didn't realize. I thought it was like a European. But that's the WBC World Championship. All right, this guy's legit. Shows you how much I've been following boxing. Got back in shape this year on the bike. It's a long-term approach. I still drink. All right, so I got to do one or the other. I got to either stop drinking or start working out, and probably both for a little while. I got back to the grind, though, Phil. Besides this, I've picked up a job, too. So, I love breakfast at Denny's. What's up, Jason Kagan? Smoke weed, stop drinking, work out. Yep. Yes, cheers, Jason. I wish you were closer to me, Jason Kagan. We're both big guys. You're just a big guy. Like, you're way taller than me, and you got the frame and everything. I just put on fat. But I wish you were closer, because I think we'd be good workout partners. Quit drinking for a couple months to get going in the right direction. That's awesome. Living near a coast is a serious geographical security risk. I don't know. I'm 46. Nothing's happened in my lifetime. But yeah, on the West Coast. East Coast, that's a big problem. Definitely get more done when I'm smoking instead of drinking. Yeah, I got to get to the smoking and not the edibles. Because even like taking a little bit of edibles, like I was trying to kind of microdose a little bit during the day, which is, 2.5 milligrams to wake up. A little later in the day, I might take a 5 milligram mint, but then you still start to get a little tired, even with the sativa. Unlike smoking marijuana, eating marijuana is something you can 100% OD doing. Like overdose? I've never heard anybody overdose on it. Or you mean overdo? Edibles put me in another world. Can't do them. A couple tokes of a bowl or joint. I'm ready to go. Yeah, no, I get that. The only I will admit I do have an issue sometimes, and if I take edibles and I start to, you start to think about regrets in your life, or just things you'd be like, man, I wish I would have pushed myself a little harder there. I wish I wouldn't have done this way. Did I really raise my kids to the best of my ability? Should I have got a 15-year mortgage instead of a 30? It'd be paid off by now. Things like that, and you gotta kind of keep those thoughts away. Because you will go down a rabbit hole, and not a good one. I have learned that. All right. The Heavyweight Championship is on the line. IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. And I will tell you guys, this is not elementary. This is not just Anthony Joshua's better. He's better. He's more recognized, and he's going to win this. This is a legit challenge for both men. All right, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. I'm going to take a quick time out here. Let's take a 5-minute break. I'm going to send some of you to a commercial break. If you could keep it running, I would love to make the cash. What's up, guys? 25, though. First of all, my friend. Not much, man. Just enjoying good fights with good friends on a Saturday. I forgot how to breathe. Had the worst panic attack ever. I'll never eat edibles again. At least not 200 mil. Oh, dude, you went way too deep. Dude, I think I've maxed out at like 50. I'm just wasting it a lot of times otherwise, because if I take too much, I'll just go to sleep. I do edibles almost every day, and most days it's still 10, 15 milligrams. I don't, 10 or 15 milligrams doesn't send me into onto another planet anymore like it did when I was really a lightweight. but it really cuts the edge off. Takes the edge off. I've been smoking weed for over 25 years, but edibles are a whole other thing. Oh, damn, I can do 50, no problem, but I don't enjoy it much. Yeah, if you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy the smoking, man. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put up just a quick 5-minute break here for everybody to take a smoke break or whatever. Like I said, I would really appreciate it if you guys could keep it running in the background, though. Get the watch minutes. No, that's a 3-minute. I got to do 5 here. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Heavyweight Championship boxing coming your way. Yeah, what is this chimp crazy? This chimp's going nuts, I guess. Gotta love HBO. I love HBO. So many good shows on there. Me too, Phil. A few other comedians I follow talk about it as well. Sounds crazy, no pun intended. Phil, so I'll check it out, but I think I watch from YouTube and a few others I watch on Fire Stick. Cousin canceled our HBO subscription. That's sad. Phil, so I got Max. Watched the new Penguin show last night. Colin Farrell was pretty good. I was wondering how that is. I started watching Gotham again. Gotham's good. I don't know why I stopped watching it the first time. I think I got like a season in years back and forgot about it. I just watched the first like 5 episodes again. I restarted, and it's a good series, at least the first season. That lady lived it. They transplanted a face on her. Oh my God, that's crazy. All right, so far today, Mark Chamberlain defeated Josh Padley by unanimous decision. It's super lightweight. Oh, well, that was quick. There's a spin-off of that new Batman movie that came out a couple years ago. Yeah, it was good. This lady breeds and sells them. Holy shit. Joker thing I caught, last of it, and it was good. This Penguin show is rated R. Lots of F-bombs and violence. Well, that's good. Yeah, the Dark Knight series is maybe my favorite movie series. Like, if you're going to have a movie trilogy for me, that's that and Rocky. It's got to be number one. Creed's really good, too. Kind of hard to compare those because I know they're so much different. But let's look at these guys. Let's look at Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. The odds are closer than you might believe. Anthony Joshua is a minus 425 favorite. Daniel Dubois plus 320 underdog. But let's go through the what have you done for me lately for both of these guys before I put this to a vote. I know a lot of you might not know a lot about Daniel Dubois. So, oh yes, Gladiator 2 in cinemas in November. That is the ad up right now. I'm a huge Gladiator fan. They could have done a own movie and not called it Gladiator 2. That part's kind of cheesy, but it looks awesome. I hope it lives up to expectations. I think I'm going to go see it in Screen X. If you guys don't know what Screen X is, let me know and I'll explain that a little bit after we go through the tail of the tape here. All right, Anthony Joshua. Most of you are pretty familiar with this guy. 28-3, 25 knockouts. The one knockout loss. Of course, we covered it here on Fights with Friends when he got knocked out by Ruiz. One of the biggest upsets odds-wise in boxing history. Andy Ruiz, of course, he came back, defeated him in the bout after that. Anthony Joshua just had a stellar career as an amateur, worked his way up through the pros to championship bouts. I believe at one time, you have 2 or did he have all 3? Championship belts. He's knocked out some big names like Dillian White. Then he really started Dominique Brazil, Eric Molino. Got that big knockout win over Vladimir Klitschko, and Vladimir was Vladimir. Just Vladimir's 4th loss in 68 fights. That was back in 2017. Defeating a tough Joshua Parker by unanimous decision. 3 belts on the line there, IBF, IBO, and WBO. Not part of the big 3, but part of the big 5. then knocked out Alexander Povetkin, and that's why everybody was really surprised he lost to Andrew Ruiz following the Povetkin knockout. He seemed off in that one, though. He rarely fights in the United States. It was in New York. He seemed anxious. He got in a war with Ruiz. Of course, both guys knocked each other down in that one. He knocked Ruiz down in the third. Then Joshua came back, remember, knocked him down twice more in the third, and then twice more in the seventh round. That was an exciting fight. Went less than 7 rounds, had 5 knockdowns in it. In the rematch, Joshua decided to box Ruiz. Of course, Ruiz put on a ton of weight. But he came back, won that belt back, that IBF World Championship, knocks out Kubrat Pulev, then loses back-to-back fights, of course, against Oleksandr Usyk. The second one was pretty close. Like, he really retooled, and I thought fought a lot better in the second one, actually pushed it to a split decision. Then he comes back against Jermaine Franklin Jr., unanimous decision, knocks out Robert Helenas like everyone does, finishes Otto Wallen. And last time we seen him was against MMA fighter Francis Ngannou. And remember, Ngannou had given Tyson Fury all he could handle and more, actually knocking him down. Anthony Joshua was having none of that. He made Francis Ngannou look like he didn't belong in boxing whatsoever. And today his opponent is Daniel Dubois. Oh my goodness, internet. What the fook. This BoxRec site. I know I've been signed into this a million times, but... And Conor McGregor in the crowd. I'm not sure if he's getting boos or cheers here. Probably a mix. Oh my goodness. What? Come on, BoxRec. This is too much. I should have went to another site here. Why are you taking me to Dimitri Bivol too? All right, Daniel Dubois, 21-2. Been knocked out twice, but he's knocked out. He's gotten the knockout in every win but one. He is the IBF interim heavyweight champion. Of course, that'll be unified here tonight between him and Anthony Joshua, coming off a knockout win of Filip Hrgovic. He's been fighting top guys. Look at this. Hrgovic, Jarrell Miller. These is top 5 heavyweights. Before that, he also lost to Oleksandr Usyk, getting knocked out in the 9th. Lost to Joe Joyce back in 2020. But look at the knockouts here. 4, 5, 6. All knockouts in his last 7 fights. Of course, one of them was him getting knocked out. But the other 6 was all of him. And the dude he's got power. He's a power puncher. And he's going to test a chin from Anthony Joshua that, Anthony Joshua's been knocked down a few times. He's been knocked out, as we mentioned, by Andy Ruiz. So I think this fight is more interesting than a lot of people think it will be. All right, let's put up the poll. Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. Then I will get back to the chat here. Dark Knight Trilogy is my favorite Batman stuff. It was effing great. Hell yeah, it was. I love it. Back in town and checking in. What's up, King James in the house? Love the original Gladiator, but heard G2 was disappointing. Oh, that sucks. Next time, Mike, you get people together, I'm there. Sweet. Yeah, we'll have to do it again. I know me and PBR will be there. Can someone let me know when they are in the ring, please, so I can switch over? Will do, man. Me too, guys. I am for sure to try to play harder next time. Mike Ribbenfall. Oh, odds. Let's look at the odds here real quick. We got a minute with the pace of boxing. Although Wembley Stadium threatened them, their pace has been so slow in the past. Wembley Stadium told them, if you're not out of here by 11, we're kicking you out. I don't know what time it is in England right now, but you guys know that they've stretched this out in the past. There's the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury up in the front row. So Anthony Joshua minus 245 favorite, plus 320 underdog. Daniel Dubois. Let's look at some props here. So Dubois to win by knockout plus 400. Joshua to win by knockout minus 235. This is an interesting one. I don't know that Dubois could last the distance, but plus 550 if Joshua wins by decision. And being he's fighting a knockout artist, he may play it a bit safe as he did against Andy Ruiz. And remember, both of his last two fights against Oleksandr Usyk also went the distance. So that plus 550, I feel like that's a very real possibility. Man, anytime you're able to make 5 times your money from Vegas, that's a strong bet. Doesn't happen often. All right, 80% for Joshua so far, 20% for Dubois. Truly like this group, and it would be a blast. I'm sure we will all get into something. Yeah, me and PBR had a blast when we went to Vegas. We pushed the line just enough to stay out of jail. We definitely pushed some people while we were there. We definitely watered down some patience, but it's like you got to know, where you can push it to, and then if somebody gets upset, to be able to talk yourself out of it and make friends. It's called Fights of Friends. You start with the fights, you end as friends. I don't know anything about this dude. AJ is about to knock out. Hey, King, why YouTube didn't approve of my Marab exposed? Oh, Sally, the third island boy. Censored me 24 hours for cyberbullying. Are you serious? I've never heard of that. That's crazy. YouTube didn't approve of entitled Ghetto Ratchet either. Do you have a YouTube channel, James? Or are you just stirring the pot with people? It's like you're just stirring the pot. I just checked to see you don't have a channel. Phil says, I remember thinking that Francis was going to give Joshua hell, maybe beat him. That assumption got straightened out pretty quick. Yeah, I know Francis has got his own stories as to what happened that night. Anthony Joshua's he's just the better boxer. This is boxing. He took Francis Ngannou serious as a legit world championship opponent. He trained for him like it was a world championship fight. And I think that's what happens when you have somebody who's an insanely gifted and poised boxer like Anthony Joshua against a guy that's not a boxer. It seems pretty obvious that Tyson Fury didn't take Francis seriously. I think a rematch between those two would go much differently as well. PFL was a blast. Yes, it was, PBR. That whole weekend was a blast, man. I can't wait to do it again. I was surprised I didn't get more sick that next morning, PBR. I actually was fine because I don't usually overdo really hardcore drinking. We've been drinking all day the last day there. And it's about 3-4 hours before my flight leaves. I think, PBR. And we go down to the restaurant and bar. We get some Mexican food. And I order 2 25-ounce margaritas. They're like these tall, thin glasses. I mean, they're fucking huge. And there's a lot of alcohol in them. And it's kind of their fault because it was like $26 for one and like $32 for two. So, and PBR doesn't like margaritas. So, I mean, they kind of forced me to get two. So I downed 50 ounces of margaritas real quick, lay down for 2 hours, go get in my Uber and get to the airport. And yeah, I have no idea how I did not get sick, but actually surprisingly handled it pretty well. Blunt comments I've left on posters that pop up in my feed. Yeah, Fury didn't take him seriously. Well, hey, they're the ones popping up in your feed. That's their problem. If they can't handle it, don't send you shit, right? It's like knocking on somebody's door and then being offended by what they say. Come on, people. You don't know what the person says or you're easily offended, don't knock on the door. Don't open the box. Did you guys want Vegas? Eat at that Viking food restaurant? No, we didn't end up getting to the Viking, guys. That'll have to go on the list. We ended up spending a decent amount of time on the Strip. It's because that's where our hotel was. And that's a lot of walking for my fat ass. I mean, I did well. I made sure not to push myself so I would get sore. PBR was a good sport. Took a couple extra taxis with me when we had, a few of those like 3 and 4 mile walks. But it was a great time. We got in plenty of walking, though. We got in good exercise. We walked, I'm sure, probably a minimum of 5-6 miles on the shortest days. We walked around a lot. There's just so much to see in Vegas. I'd never been there. And, yeah, it was... Thank you again, PBR, because honestly, that was one of the funnest weekends of my entire life. And watching PBR slip the security at PFL and walk right in there with the fighters like he belonged was a highlight there. I'm down to go everybody to meet just for a PFL, though. Not that I don't like UFCs, but here's the thing. None of us are rich. PFLs are cheap, and the other part of it is they travel with a lot of fighters, like lots of UFC fighters. So if you want to meet guys like Chuck Liddell was there, Junior Dos Santos was there. We ran into Stefan Struve in the hallway, had a conversation with him. Of course, I took that picture with Ray Cepho that's on my Twitter as my profile pic. PFL puts on a good show, and you get really good seats for pretty reasonable. We paid $200 a ticket, and we were like 3-4 rows behind the rich people seats. Got a fist bump from Dan Henderson. JDS called me his friend. Shoeface gave me a hug, and Stefan Struve told me thank you for coming to his fights. Yes, it was that was cool. Yeah, I forgot Shoeface brung his backpack and like came over and sat like right by us and was just interacting with everybody in the row. We're just all chatting. That was really cool. Guy says, that's gangster PBR. Slipping by security? That's my kind of guy. I can't wait. So he does it once, and he gets back, comes back to the seat, and I'm like, I don't know if I got that very well on film. PBR's immediately like, hey, I'll do it again. So he slips by the guys again. This time they're waiting for him. And the guy like stops him. He's like, hey, can I see your ID? PBR's like, I'm not getting out my wallet right now. I can't remember exactly what it was you said, but yeah, it was hilarious. And he finally, gets back to his seat after, hobnobbing with Junior Dos Santos and all these other guys. I'm sure somebody's going to try to one-up him. Eventually somebody's going to get arrested, but until then. And here's Conor McGregor with some sunglasses on. Does that mean he's drunk, he's high, or drunk and high?
I think there's no pressure on Dubois. I think all the pressure's on AJ, but AJ AJ's in top form. You know, so I'm excited to see it unfold. I'm here to see the big stadium show. I'm here to support Sheikh Turki, who's doing amazing things in the sport. You know, we've always been aspiring for stadium shows ourselves. And I feel in the combat sport...
So here's Conor McGregor on the mic here.
The UK branch that, you know, does it, that executes the stadium shows. And in particular, Eddie, Barry, and Anthony Joshua. I believe this is maybe their 6th or 7th or maybe even their 8th stadium show. But I'm excited to see it unfold, what it feels like, and you know, maybe push on for the stadium show ourselves down the line. It was difficult to get in here. You know, I was grounded to a halt in traffic. It's a big operation, so I can kind of see off the bat why they would veer, you know, off of it. You know, but let's see. I'm excited to see. I've only got here. I haven't seen the arena itself. So there you go.
Conor McGregor just showing up here.
If I don't ask about your situation, it's one of the great sagas of this past year.
All right, he's going to ask Conor about fighting here.
He's saying 2025 now.
It'll be 2025.
When do we think?
You know, we'll see. My opponent that I had scheduled, Chandler, has got matched.
Are you upset by that?
You know, it is what it is. I just take it on board and just rock on.
Oh, he's been dragging Chandler around long for 2.5 years. What do you want, man?
Whenever it is and wherever it is, I'll be 100% ready. And that's all I can focus on right now.
2 fights left, though. Do you think you get those 2 fights in 2025?
I must. It's the promised lands, you know? So we'll see.
What happens after those 2 fights?
I don't even know. I don't think no one in the space knows. I'm the highest generating fighter on planet Earth right now in today's space, and what happens afterwards, I'm a free agent, I'm not so sure. But one thing I do know, I'm very excited that we have partnered Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship with DAZN, and we've got 3 world titles on the line for our debut inaugural DAZN event, live from Marbella, Spain, and an open.
Wow, I didn't know BKFC was going to be on DAZN, but 3 world title fights. That does sound fun. So, would have been right with you, says Kais. Are they in the ring yet? No, they are not. They're interviewing Conor McGregor for 15 minutes.
Facing you when you return. Last one.
Never heard of Dubois until this fight was announced. I think that's a lot of people, James. But, like I said, dude, 21 wins, 20 knockouts, and Joshua has been shown to have a questionable chin. You know, there's a definite shot here for Daniel Dubois, in my opinion. Does Anthony Joshua try to come out and test himself? Does he try to come out and go for the knockout against a knockout artist, or does he take the Andrew Ruiz rematch game plan and go in there and be a little bit of a boxer puncher? Try to stay away from firefights and coast to an easy decision. I think he is capable of that. And no, they are still not in the ring. Robert, poll tightening up here. 62% of you for Joshua, 38% for Dubois. Anybody brave enough to go live with their prediction for Dubois? Put in the comments there and we'll pin it up towards the top. And then if there is an upset, you can say, hey, I called it. But only if you're confident. Only if you really think Dubois is going to win. I know some of you do because almost 40% of you have voted for him. Oh, and we got to change our picks here. You guys got the last one correct. That was an easy one. We need some easy picks sometimes, though. 57-39. That last fight ended a little early. I don't see fighters coming out yet. So how about we do some call-ins? If anybody wants to call in, 425-791-8730. If not, we'll just keep chatting about championship boxing. I think we are getting close. These guys aren't in the ring yet, though.
An American crowd and a British crowd. With this kind of delay in America, they'd be booing, they'd be restless. This is a party right now, Barry. People are getting hammered and dancing in the seats.
Yeah, they do better with delays, definitely in England than in America. We are very impatient. compared to Europeans. AJ was reluctant and flat against Ruiz, but everybody seems to struggle against him. Imagine if Ruiz got in shape and took boxing more seriously. Yeah, I really think he could have been. I mean, he will go down as one of the guys of this era. Unfortunately for him, it'll just be as a guy that overachieved on one night, similar to a Buster Douglas, just not quite, you know. But yeah, if he really got in the kind of shape to really, you know, test the best in the world night in and night out, I think he would go down as one of the top 5 heavyweights of this era. And as much as a lot of us shit on boxing and forever, and myself included, and the drought we had in the 2000s, in the aughts, and the first half of the 2010s, not all of us were back on the scene right away, but we've kind of had this little silent good era of heavyweights. We had Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Andrew Ruiz, you know, all this post-Klitschko guys. It was the Klitschko brothers dominating forever. But, I mean, those top 4, I think would be competitive, could be competitive in any era. And on the right night, in the right shape. I think, you know, while we were all busy kind of writing the obituary for heavyweight boxing and UFC was taking over the world, we maybe didn't tune into boxing, the resurgence of boxing fast enough. What's up, New Britain Paulie? Sorry to be tardy to the party. I agree, Ruiz had a lot of untapped potential. I don't think he's, like, really old or anything either. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could still kind of come back and do something. Let me bring him up real quick. I was just curious how old he's 35. 35-2 with 22 knockouts. I mean, the one loss, as you know, to Anthony Joshua. First loss of his career was very early, 2011. Wait, no, that's not a loss. That was I don't know what that is. They put a question mark by it. But where was his other loss? Oh, Joseph Parker, he lost a majority decision. All right, Anthony Joshua, 7 years older at 34 years old, 1 inch taller at 6'6". He has a 4-inch reach advantage at 82 inches. Robert, I believe they're in the ring now. They're in the ring or making their way to the ring. Because they just showed the tail of the tape. I don't know what this delay is they're saying in the back. Doesn't seem like a delay for boxing. I'm used to, you know, having we're all used to having a lot of space in between fights. 420 on the East Coast. Smoke it up, Phil. Happy 420. 120 over here, but New Britain in the house. Yes, what's up, New Britain? You might be tardy, but don't ever be sorry. It becomes a party when New Britain Paulie arrives. Phil says, you know I am. Yes, New Britain Paulie, not a huge boxing fan, but stop by to say hi and like the video. See you, Pahea versus Roundtree. All right, brother. We'll see you there. Thank you, Paulie. If you're able to leave this going in the background, I'd appreciate the watch minutes. We're struggling a little bit, but if not, I understand as well. And there is the nose, once again, Mr. Ariel Helwani. He's all over the place. MMA, boxing, basketball. Of course, he was taken over on ESPN there for a while until Dana White squashed him like a bug. You guys all know the history. Dana didn't like Ariel Helwani breaking his stories before he could break them. Rumor was at the time that Ariel had somebody on the inside feeding him information. I'm assuming that was probably true. Name was never given as far as I know. Can't ever say Ariel was not dedicated. No, and I hated on him for quite a long time. I think a lot of us did. And then it's like you step by and it's like, why are we hating on this guy? Like, yeah, like you said, he's super ambitious. Seems like a nice, decent dude. Yeah, he pushed a few fighters in the past. Maybe a little more than he should have. There's Oleksandr Usyk in the crowd. The dude that has the other 2 major championship belts. Robert Said, how long boxing wastes between fights? Yep, damn, would they hurry up and fight so I can go lay down, right? Yeah, I don't know what the delay is in the back, but they said there's some kind of delay. I haven't heard him say what it was. I was a major boxing fan during the Leonard Tyson era. But MMA addiction caused me to drift away. Oh, same thing, man. Same thing for me. I was a huge boxing fan first, and then, yeah, MMA was just so much more active, not as long as spaces in between fights, the best fighters fighting each other. Boxing finally seems to be getting it together, though. I said $19.99 pay-per-view tonight, a stacked card, 7 just great fights, belts on the line in almost every fight. There's Liam Gallagher. So the stars are out here tonight in Wembley. 96,000 people in this crowd. That is wild. What's up? What's up, E-Combo? What's up, people? Here to watch the main event. Got Dubois here to upset Joshua. Never can trust Anthony against power punchers. Agreed, man. Agreed. And the poll is tightening up. 64% for Joshua, 36% for Dubois. And the odds have been doing the same. Anthony Joshua a few days ago was a minus 500 favorite. Then he was a minus 450. All of a sudden today, he's minus 425. So Daniel Dubois, that plus 320 underdog. An underdog with just one man that's ever went the distance against him in one of his wins. Yes, cheers, Ecom. Let's go, AJ. What's up, RW? Stunning. You could definitely tell the crowd here in Manchester is 100% behind Anthony Joshua, because when Dubois arrived, there was a lot of boos, or close to 100%. Hope you feel better soon, Rob. Boxing event production sucks and ain't about to change till the old dudes with the monopoly are gone. Feels I got AJ. I don't remember the name of this guy that's putting on the Riyadh season, but he's like, you guys need to revamp everything. I don't like the fact that he's like an oil sheik or a prince or some crap like that. But $19.99 pay-per-views, bringing fights with multiple, good fights on the card. Like, instead of doing like 15 fights and 13 of them are crappy, he's like, let's just do 7 really good fights. And that's what this card had. Phil says, I got AJ. Wouldn't be hard for boxing events to be more fan-friendly. Yeah, and in other countries, I think they are getting that way. And there is the legendary Michael Buffer. Jesus, how old is that guy now? He was old when I started watching boxing at like 8. All right, we got some legends here tonight. A legend in Anthony Joshua. Oh, they got some kind of rock concert going on first. I don't know who the hell these guys are. I guess they're big in England. I didn't hear them say who these guys are. Is it Skid Row? Shit, I don't know. Buffer just turned 84. Damn, that's old. I mean, he looks good for 84, but like being 84 pretty much means you look good for 84. Because people are like, wow, you're not dead yet. I say that, and I have a grandma in a nursing home. It's just turned 86. The hour-long intermission between fights is so unnecessary. Yeah, that's BS. And like they're saying, oh, Americans would be so upset right now. And in England, they're just drinking and they're partying. It's like, well, yeah, the people in the stadium, but the people at home are like, what's going on? Are you guys going to fight or not? Mike, I don't know. I just said that. Oh, you don't know if he's 84? All right, I'll look it up. How old is Michael Buffer? You got to be close. He's 79. Okay. Well, he looks good for 79. Dana White made Ariel very famous, very fast. So he thought Ariel should be loyal and not give UFC bad press. But it's Ariel's job. He's a journalist. Ariel got put in a weird spot. Yeah, and, you know, I think even I was a bit hard on Ariel. Like, I might have been a bit of an Ariel hater there for a little while. Like, I got frustrated when he ruffled Nick Diaz's feathers a little bit, and a little bit with the Jason Mayhem Miller thing. I thought at the time he could have handled it better. But now as I get older and I understand more, I'm like, this guy, he's like the Howard Cosell of our lifetime. He's not a play-by-play guy, but in interviews, you know, he's a 2020 version of Howard Cosell. Like, that's how people speak now, and that's how they interact and push fighters. And yeah, I think he's just done a great job. His show always has a stack load of interviews. Obviously, the fighters love him because there's almost nobody that hasn't been on his show. The fighters, the fans, and the sport are always a few years late, and internal politics, greed, prevent too many fights. Yeah, that's why, like I said, I wasn't happy at first about the Saudi involvement, the Riyadh season and stuff, but at least they're getting fights done. And he's still fighting the politics of these guys getting out on time, the delays and stuff, and we're being left in the dark here as to what the delay is. I'm assuming this... Does anybody know who these guys are that are rocking right now? It doesn't say who they are, and as far as like British rock bands, of course I know like Pink Floyd and the Beatles and Rolling Stones, but outside of that, I'm not super knowledgeable. I wish I could play it a little more, so maybe you guys could hear, but they could also, just have a sign that says who they are. Guess they assume everybody here knows who they are. I just noticed something. What makes somebody addicted to earbuds more panicked than this, though? I just pulled up my earbuds and my AirPods Pros, and where are they? These things are expensive. I don't know why I would not put them back in the case, but hopefully they didn't get washed. Let's look ahead real quick at what we got going on for next week's UFC. Because it looks like we're going to have another moment. Or I'm going to assume we're going to have another moment. We will stop if they start to come out right away. But, geez, come on, boxing. Don't you know Robert's not feeling good? He's trying to get some sleep here, guys. All right, Robert Meccano, or Renato Meccano, excuse me, and Benoit St. Denis headlining the card next week. Of course, Pereira and Roundtree Jr. the week after. You guys feel free to comment on any of these fights as we go through it. New Britain Paul's Ariel did a great interview with Steve-O, Wild Ride Show. Nice. All right, well, this card, especially for a fight night, like it's pretty good. It is in Paris, France, so I guess that's probably part of the reason. What time do the prelims start? 9 a.m. Pacific. Yes, and then the main at noon. Okay, wow, that is early. That is extremely early. But yeah, we got some good fighters in here. We got Jermaine Randami returning against Nora Cornall. Chris Duncan of Scotland taking on Balaji Oki. Ludovic Klein, always fun to watch. He's a huge favorite against Roosevelt Roberts. Jesus. Minus 800 for Ludovic. Does Roosevelt Roberts have a broken leg? Da Woon Jung coming back from South Korea, fighting France's Omar Sy. Sy, a huge favorite in that one. Not a huge surprise, I guess, in the odds there. Matt Frivola, the Rolla Frivola, taking on Fares Zayem in a lightweight bout. Brian Battle, always fun to watch. Ultimate Fighter winner, taking on Kevin Josette. William Gomez and Joe Anderson Brito at featherweight. Nasruddin Imavov and Brendan Allen. That's another banger. Plus 200 on Brendan Allen. I might favor him to win that fight in the co-main event. And then in the main, Benoit Saint Denis coming off of a frustrating fight. Seemed like he was winning, if not dominating, against Dustin Poirier that turned away from in the last moment. Maybe took away a title shot. Fighting the tough Hanato Money Makano. Great main event for a fight night card. Very, very solid card. I don't feel good when I'm hardly drinking beer. Still drinking, but they just taste the same when I'm sick. It sucks, Robert. Most MMA practitioners don't care for Ariel's instigating ways, right? Don't taste the same. Oh, when natural ice doesn't taste good for Robert, you know there's an issue. I hope you're feeling better soon, sir. Rob, don't most American beers taste similar after a 12-pack? After a 12-pack, yeah, just about any domestic beer tastes the same. Domestic and a lot of international. I don't remember the last time I finished a whole 12-pack, though. UFC 307 is loaded. Drinking PBRs tonight. You like to mix it up, Phil. I like that. I do, too. I like PBR, though. Yes, only had 8 so far. Dude, you are sick. What's up, Rob? Just flu. No, he's dealing with some hearing stuff. You can let him know if you want, Robert. But all right, if we got another minute, we might as well. Let's bring up UFC 307. Somebody's saying how it's pretty stacked, so it is definitely stacked. Let's take a look at that real quick. I hope we have a big turnout for that one. Man, another early one. Another friends? Oh, no, that's the card we just looked at. How did I do that? Pereira versus Roundtree. Yes. UFC 307. That one's in Salt Lake City. And from the prelims on, Carla Esparza, Tisha Torres. The first fight out of the gate, so you know it starts tough. Cesar Almeida and Ihor Potoria. Ukraine versus Brazil. Marina Rodriguez, Eisman Lucindo. Yeah, they're coming out swinging. Caitlin Vieira versus Kayla Harrison on the undercard. Are you kidding me? Also, Movsar Evliov, Aljamain Sterling. Sterling is out of this fight I don't know why the UFC hasn't updated it, but somebody jumped in for him. And does anybody remember who it is? I don't remember who it is, but this card is sick. Roman Dolidze and Kevin Holland at middleweight. Jose Aldo and Mario Batista. Did you guys know about all of this? Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Joaquin Buckley. Am I being trolled here? This card is so hot. I feel like I'm being trolled. Raquel Pennington, Juliana Pena for the women's bantamweight title bout. And then Alex Pereira, Khalil Roundtree Jr. Wow. What a card. What a card. I cannot wait for that one. I mean, talk about stacked top to bottom. That is definitely the biggest card since UFC 300. Way behind my normal pace. Sorry to hear that, Robs. Guys, what we expect, a trained professional like Rob to be a case deep this time of day, right? Shit ain't the same without a Buzz Rob. I know the ear doctor said my hearing loss is actually neurological, so she prescribed me an aggressive dose of prednisone, steroid pills, 6 pills once daily for 7 days, then tapers off. Prednisone is supposed to give you energy too. Usually it wires me the hell out because it's a steroid. So yeah, your body must really be having a hard time fighting this. 64 pills in 14 days. Yeah, it's a few pills, man. That's about 5 a day, almost 5 a day. Anybody ever figure out who the hell this is playing? They look familiar. Rob gonna look like Brock Lesnar after the roids. Not those kinds of roids. Oral steroids for your lungs. That's funny though. God, I'd be packing down the prednisone if it gave you energy and made you look like Brock Lesnar. Consequences be damned. We'll worry about those in 20 years, right? I have high blood pressure. It's got my heart racing, shortness of breath. Plus, it's messing with my blood sugar, so every time I stand up, I get dizzy. Holy shit, man. Yeah, get some liquid IV, man. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but you might want to try drinking some water. It actually is good for you, and it can flush some stuff out of your system. Maybe Google vegetables, and you might find a few of those that you like too. Yeah, these guys are going up. They're really going to make us wait I think they're really going to make us wait until 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern for these guys to come out, aren't they? It's like, yeah, these guys are like, yeah, they're somewhat excited to be seeing this cool band, whoever it is, the top band, but they're like, man, we came to see some fights. Let's get some fucking fights on. All right, the lights are out. I think we might finally be getting some guys coming out. Why are they showing all these dead people? They're showing names of fighters and then they're showing a bunch of dead people. Oh, it's some short film called Touching Hands. Wow. This is like Sopranos meets Breaking Bad. I don't know if you guys are watching it. This is extremely violent, whatever they're doing here. Constantly feel like I'm going to throw up already. Spewed 4 times. Oh, damn it, man. Guys, help you get to feeling better. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, though, is anybody... Well, somebody did go out and pick Dubois. That's right. Who was it that picked Dubois? I said I was going to... I said I was going to pin it if somebody picked Dubois, and I forgot. And now I don't see it. Maybe comment again and I'll pin you. Kai's did. You. Ah, okay. Kai's multi-tie skills has a lot of potential against Pereira. Kai's stand-up is heavily underrated. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun while it lasts, for sure. All right, I'll try to find that that comment here, Kai's. What's up, Yippee Ki-Yay? I forgot to mention something. It says Battle of Britain. Looking back. Sorry, Yippee Ki-Yay. I think you came in on a break, so hopefully you're still there. Good to see you, brother. I don't know if you can comment again, Kais. I don't know what happened to it. Sorry. Trying to find it on the PC here, but maybe it was too long ago. Roundtree moved to Thailand, I believe 6 years ago, and hasn't looked bad. Trains the best Muay Thai. It's fine. I just picked him because I knew all went other way. All right, well, there you go. Yeah, next time we get together, you will definitely have to visit us, guys. Are you close to Vegas? Guys, you're in the States, right? Kai's 25. Khalil Pereira matchup should be more entertaining than any other top 5 against Pereira. Quite possibly. All right, there's the man. Turkey Usyk, chairman of the board of Saudi Arabia Boxing. A lot of people like him right now. Like I said, he's bringing good matchups to boxing, big purses, and low-priced pay-per-views. Make no mistake about it, Saudi Arabia is trying to take over the world of sports. But, you know, I'm enjoying the better boxing. In Indiana. Are you in Erie, Indiana? I think somebody mentioned they were in Erie at one time. Roundtree having the best chance beating Alex in that division, Roberts. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't bet on him. Give me 10-1 odds. I might put a little down. But, yeah, I don't think he has a great chance, but I think he has as good a chance as anybody. Any striker. See it the same way, Rob, and many don't seem to understand the potential. Yeah, look what he did to Gokhan Saki. I mean, dude ran Gokhan Saki out of MMA. You know, maybe the greatest, definitely one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. And he did it with striking, with kickboxing in the cage. Khalil Roundtree is a fucking animal. Then he took that one guy out with the, took his knee out with the side kick. I mean, he's a dangerous, dangerous man. And as indestructible as Pereira has seemed, he's been extremely active. What is he, 38 now? He's either 37 or he might have turned 38. You know, he's getting on the wrong side of 35. Khalil kicks like a damn mule. He definitely does. I'm not sure how he's going to take those leg kicks from Alex Pereira, but I mean, how's anybody going to take them? Not well. Not well. Imagine taking one of Alex Pereira's leg kicks as not as a trained fighter, just as, you know, an out of shape regular dude going to work, and you get hit with one of those leg kicks. I mean, fuck, you probably be in physical therapy for 6 weeks. All right, there is Sweet Caroline, so you know it's coming. All the phones are out. And eventually, oh God, they're going to have to sing all the national anthems, though, too. Thank God both of them are from Britain, so I think we only need to do one. I favor Pereira, but Roundtree's stand-up should be more effective than the other top fives. Yes. Wouldn't mind seeing Khalil beat Alex, shake the sport up a bit, and he can do it. Yeah, that's definitely going to be an interesting matchup. Stylistically, I love it. All right, 16 votes in, 75% of you for Anthony Joshua, 25% for the underdog Daniel Dubois. Dubois is actually the champion. He's the one bringing the belt into this one, the IBF belt. He was the #1 contender, the mandatory challenger for Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk instead decided to sign for a rematch with Tyson Fury. And if you were wondering how he got the belt, yes, he climbed his way to #1 contender, but that's how he got it. Oleksandr Usyk vacated it. Squad UFC sees what we do and made that fight. Yeah, I mean, it's an exciting fight. It's not one that makes the most sense as far as contenders. You know, Khalil's not a top 3. But stylistically, that should be an amazingly entertaining fight. Magomed Ankalaev and Alexander Rakic will fight on the same card. So the winner of that should be in line to fight Pereira or Roundtree, whoever gets through that fight. All right, I think, Robert, we might actually be getting fighters coming down here someday. And as far as game plans today, Daniel Dubois, he's got to get in Anthony Joshua's face. He's got to do the Andy Ruiz thing. I think he's got to hit him early, get inside Joshua's head. Joshua in the past has doubted himself. He's doubted himself in several fights. He's came out with a little bit of over-anxiety a few times, especially in the first Andy Ruiz fight. The guy just, it's all mental for him. Physically, he's extremely gifted. But Daniel Dubois, like I said, if he can hit Anthony Joshua early, start taunting him, get inside his head, either make him doubt himself or challenge him to a firefight, challenge his manhood, get him into back and forth exchanges, Dubois could end up with a knockout tonight. More entertaining potential than Ankalaev hugging for 25 minutes. And that's why Ankalaev hasn't gotten the shot yet. It's style of fighting. I started a load of laundry an hour ago after it has 10 minutes left. Oh, I go. Started after co-main event. Yeah, it's just about been an hour since the co-main event ended. Ended, I think, about 51 minutes ago. All right, lights and silence for 96,000 fans here. Michael Buffer is in the ring. There you go, Robert. Michael Buffer just said, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Don't go anywhere. We just went down to 4 people, and it's time for fights. And here he comes, Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Oh, Andy Ruiz is suspended by the California State Athletic Commission until January 30th, 2025. I did not realize this. He didn't test positive or get a no contest in his last fight. Wow. Doesn't give any details, but BoxRec said he was injured. So, all right, Daniel Dubois getting a little bit of a fireworks show himself. Wow, a hell of a fireworks show for his appearance. Only thought AJ mentally was his biggest struggle. Yeah, and he has seemed to do a lot better with that. But when you have anxiety, like, it doesn't go away. Daniel Dubois, he's just 27 years old. He's 21-2. He has 20 knockouts. In 23 bouts, he's only went 90 rounds. He's coming off of a 8th round knockout of Filip Hrgovic. Before that, he knocked out Jarrell Miller in the 10th round. A big prospect. Right before that, Kevin Lorraine, a 3rd round knockout. Before that, 3rd round, 4th round, 1st round, 2nd round. In the 4 fights before that, he had a 3rd round, a 4th round, a 1st round, and a 2nd round knockout. And there he is, Daniel Dubois, the IBF Heavyweight Champion of the world, wearing a black towel. A little fancier than what Tyson wore back in the day, but seems like he is kind of trying to invoke that kind of scary image. He's definitely got, that Tyson warm-up, the sweat, the look. And like I said, he's got the power. Only one man in all of his wins has went the distance with him, and he is a young fighter. Anthony Joshua, 7 years older, 35. Joshua's 28-3, 25 knockouts himself. So between these two guys, 50 wins, only 4 of those wins have went the distance. Probably pretty likely to see a knockout here tonight. And Dubois has been knocked out twice. Joshua, as we know, has been knocked out once. This has to be Dubois' biggest fight. We're about to see if he can perform in this environment. Oh, definitely his biggest fight by far. And I know Oleksandr Usyk beat Joshua. I know he's got more belts. But when you talk about spectacles, you talk about big fights, Anthony Joshua's a bigger deal. Him and Tyson Fury, because of England, are the biggest deals on earth. They're the only two guys, maybe the only two guys in boxing that can fill up a 96,000 capacity Manchester stadium. Wow, yeah, they're really bringing out the lights and the fireworks for Daniel Dubois. And, I mean, let's be honest here. It should actually be Anthony Joshua coming out first. I know he's the bigger name, but Daniel Dubois is technically the champion. He doesn't have the pressure that Anthony Joshua has tonight. Everyone expects Anthony Joshua to win, or a lot of people expect him to win. Odds makers still expect him to win, even though he's not as big of a favorite as a lot of people maybe thought he would be. That just shows that even Vegas thinks Daniel Dubois has an incredible chance to win tonight. Maybe not an even chance, but pretty damn good chance. All right, Phil. Good time for a smoke break right before these guys are in there. Robert, Daniel Dubois is in the ring. The champ is here. That is the champ. The champ is here. Anthony Joshua may be the champ of the press. Former heavyweight champion. If he wins tonight Anthony Joshua will actually be one of the only 3-time heavyweight champions of all time. Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield. I think there's somebody else now. Holyfield is the first 4-time. I feel like there's another 3-time champion now. Maybe Lennox Lewis. Yeah, Lewis has got to be a 3-time because he lost to Hasim Rahman, got his championship back. That made it 2 times, but then he lost. I felt like he lost another one. That was where Oliver McCall quit on him though. I don't know. What's up, Wyatt? Is AJ the champ of whining when he's outclassed? Y'all remember that? I do remember that. You're right, Wyatt. AJ and Fury should have met a couple years ago and will be lucky if they meet after their prime. Boxing always matching fighters years late. Yeah, that is one of the biggest problems. And Pulse Reloaded says, I'm calling an upset. All right, Pulse. Pulse has got Dubois. Pulse in the house, yes. All right, and here comes the former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. So I got to watch the music here. But, man, it is just crazy to see 96,000 people on their feet, seemingly every single one of them with their cell phone lights on, too. That it's obviously not quite every single one, but it's the majority. And there he is, coming off of a destructive knockout of former UFC champion Francis Ngannou. Anthony Joshua. Manchester, England. Remember Oliver McCall crying in his corner. Yeah, Oliver McCall had a complete fucking breakdown. That was wild. And this is a guy that had fought Mike Tyson in his prime. Of course, Tyson knocked the shit out of him, but he didn't have a breakdown then. I think he did a lot of drugs after the Tyson fight, though. Yes, Phil, PBR, Wyatt, all the regulars in the house. Wyatt Pulse, it's an early one. I don't think most people even knew this was going on. I didn't. I had kind of forgot this was going on until a couple days ago when I seen it pop up on Tapology. I had heard rumblings that these guys were fighting at some time. At least they were smart enough to do it on a UFC off week, unlike PFL. No clue who Dubois has beat to get to this fight. 17-0 means nothing. It was acquired fighting cans. He's 22-0, but he's got wins over some good guys. Jarrell Baby Miller, that's a guy that a lot of people thought could be a future champion before Daniel beat him. Filip Hrgovic. He beat him in Riyadh, knocked him out in his last fight. That's another good contender. Besides that, really the only good fighter he fought, though, is he fought Oleksandr Usyk. And Usyk knocked him out in the 9th round. Fought Joe Joyce. Yeah, other than that, not really a lot of names, recognizable names on that resume. What's up, guys? Joshua comes across as the fakest human I've ever seen. Everything seems like more of an act than John Jones. Yeah, I think that's what has made him so unlikable to a lot of people. Is like there's a confidence. There's confident, cocky, and arrogant. And people don't like arrogant. There's something about arrogant. It's like in wrestling. Everybody knew it was fake, but like the ravishing Rick Rude back in the day. Like nobody liked that guy. He'd come out with the stupid perfume and spray it on people and all this other bullshit. Same thing. Anthony Joshua, yeah, like I said, he just comes across as like arrogant. Like he's better than you. A cocky guy doesn't necessarily think he's better than you. He just thinks he's better at you than better than you at boxing or basketball, whatever it is. Anthony Joshua seems like the kind of guy that wouldn't let you in his house because he's afraid you're going to sit on his sofa. I took that dubious guy just because I know everyone else is taking AJ. AJ's always had a confidence issue. Yep. That's not what I mean. He tries to sell himself as this really nice guy that should be a role model, but is clearly a cunt in his personal life. Oh, I didn't even think he wanted people to think he was nice. I almost thought he was kind of an ass. Like, you're right, Buffer looks good for his age. I'm sure he's probably had some work done at 79, but still, yeah. And he's still got his voice. Well, we're gonna get some kind of, we're gonna get some Saudi Arabia bullshit, and then we'll probably get in. Hopefully, we don't get the national anthem of the UK too, but I imagine we probably will. Cool green lights here, though. That's very cool. I don't know if they realize they're not in Ireland, but that emerald green is pretty beautiful. I'm sure Connor in the crowd feels right at home. They said he ran a 4.4, 40 earlier this year. Buffer, that is. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Oleksandr Usyk's in the crowd. For anybody that didn't see it earlier, Tyson Fury is also in the crowd. The winner of this fight likely to be the mandatory challenger for the winner of Fury and Usyk. So that fight, I'm confident that fight probably gets put together. Joshua wins tonight. Fury beats Usyk. I really think that we will see Fury versus Usyk. Or excuse me, Fury versus Joshua. Heard rumors about AJ hiding in the closet and Fury's being exposed. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many people really even care about that at this stage. I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, a lot more people cared. Now it's like, it's not even like grappling. It's not like, they're rolling around on top of each other. It's not BJJ, it's boxing. I get in these macho men still. Nobody wants to get beat by a gay guy. I get it. But Eddie Hearn and AJ have been trying to make this guy an inspirational, politically correct role model for years. Only in the last 2 years has he completely lost control and let his true self slip out. Rob, did you put the singlet on for the boxing match, or is that just UFC? Yeah, that was good. The singlet was good. All right, shoot. Oh, there it goes. There was a little bit of freezing on my DAZN stream for a moment, but I think we're good now. Wish I owned a singlet. Hopefully, we will see shortly. Yeah, Daniel Dubois. I mean, he could shock the world tonight. All right, I'm going to end the poll. It ends with 72% voting for Joshua. 25 of you voted. That's a lot more than's in here right now. So. All right, guys, it is the main event of the evening. Fights with friends from Manchester, England. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the world. Fights with friends, family. Let's fucking go! Thank you to the Patreon members, the former premium members. You are able to re-up now all the donations throughout this year. The regulars that are here week in and week out as we went through our demonetization process. Of course, we are remonetized now just in time for a heavyweight world championship. And just as I say that, my DAZN stream freezes for just a moment. I'm going to back out and come back in just so it doesn't freeze again here. All right, sorry, all of that, and I'm gonna have to reset my box for just a quick moment here. That way we won't. Hopefully, that means we won't get any freezes during the event. 3 weeks and it's final. Oh, but Rob, I'll donate a singlet to you if you want. Oh, Rob, you got my word. As soon as all my shit's final, I will donate. Usyk was fighting the front line in Ukraine. Can't get any more of a good guy in my mind. That's a solid dude. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's definitely taking a risk. Fighting for your country. All right, out of the blue corner. First with 21 wins against just 2 defeats with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Daniel Dubois. And out of the red corner, a man needing no introduction. Fighting tonight for the IBF World Heavyweight Championship, the former 2-time heavyweight champion, the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. Both of these guys know how to knock people out. It could be quick. All right, round one here. And it just skipped in. We are 30 seconds in, 2:20. I'm going to start it at 2 minutes here in this round. Oh, and Dubois getting on the inside, getting to Joshua early. Good job there from Dubois. 2 minutes left here in the first. There's a good right hand from Joshua. Man, Dubois does look bigger. Good left hand for Dubois, and Joshua holds with 1:45 left in the first. Anybody know if that super chat works? We haven't gotten any since we were remonetized on Tuesday. I'm just curious. Oh, good left hook there from Dubois. Joshua didn't like that. He just got on the bicycle. Oh, and there's a good right hook from Joshua. Dubois answers with one. Joshua pumping that double jab out, lands a good right hand of his own. Dubois is a man on a mission, though, and Joshua holds once again. Can Dubois shock the world? There's a good left for Daniel Dubois. And Joshua, a couple good left hands, and there's a good overhand right from Anthony Joshua. Neither man has really went to the body yet. Good left hand there from Dubois. There's another and a right hand behind it. Daniel Dubois with the combination up against the ropes. And it has been more Dubois than Joshua in this first round. Referee warning Dubois to stop leading with the head, though. And there's another good left hand from Daniel. And Joshua missing, having a bit of a hard time finding the range here. It's still early, very early. Oh, good right uppercut from Joshua. He caught him right on the chin. Dubois looked to his corner on that one. Oh, and they both swing wild overhand right. Oh, big right hand for Dubois. Anthony Joshua is down. And luckily for Joshua, it's at the end of the round, but Joshua went down. And Dubois was ready to keep going. I don't think he knew that the round was about over until the bell, and Anthony Joshua goes down in the very first round. Wow. Are we on the verge of an upset, ladies and gentlemen? And look at this. We can watch the live odds as this goes through. This is going to get interesting. Let's look at it. Daniel Dubois, all of a sudden a big favorite at minus 260. Anthony Joshua, a plus 200 underdog going into just the second round. And here we go. They exchange jabs at the beginning of the second. Joshua looking to establish the jab now. Left hand. Oh, there's a left hook and a right hand for Dubois. And he's on the attack. He smells blood. Does he feel disrespected by being the champion and having to come out second? Oh, there's a good right hand from Joshua. And my stream just skipped ahead again to 2 minutes. I apologize. So we're going to we missed about 20 seconds worth of your syncing up. There's a good jab from Joshua. And Joshua holds. If you see a Dubois KO, I hope we get to see AJ go full toddler temper tantrum. Hashtag never go full retard. Oh my God. That's great. Oh, big left hand for Dubois. Joshua almost goes down again. Anthony Joshua on wobbly legs in just the second round of this heavyweight championship bout. There's a good left hand from Joshua, and the first shot he's thrown to the body, I believe. Oh, another good left hand from Dubois. There's a right hand from Dubois that shook Joshua once again, and Anthony holding on with everything he's got. I think he's about to try to go for a takedown there. Yeah, dumbbell underhooks. And Joshua, there's another big left hook from Dubois. Just as Joshua ducked under at 1-2, he gets caught with a left hook. Daniel Dubois on top of the world with confidence right now. Lands another big left hand. And Joshua has to hold on again. 45 seconds left in the second. Can Anthony survive? Good jab from Anthony. Dubois answers. Oh, and there's a big right hand for Dubois. Left hook upstairs and another straight right. A power combo from Daniel Dubois. And there's a good one, too, from Joshua, but Dubois hits him with another good right hand. After going down in the first, Joshua has survived the second. Lands another good jab there. And lands a left hand at the end of the round. There's a left hand for Dubois. But another round in the bank, I believe, for Daniel Dubois. They're really going to play music in the corner of a fucking heavyweight championship bout? That's frustrating. Good thing they're not charging $75. It's like, I want to hear the corner. All right, some advice here from the corner of Anthony Joshua, but on my card, that's another round for Daniel Dubois. 2017, Daniel Dubois through 3 rounds. And that plus 500, plus 550 Joshua by decision, also looking like a possibility here. Remember, I talked about that before the fight started. Good left hand there from Joshua to start the third. Anthony Joshua plus 450 right now, though. Oh, and there's a right hand and a left hook from Dubois. Dubois, a minus 700 favorite at the moment. And there's a big left hand from Daniel, and there's a clinch. How much has Anthony recovered? Dubois up to a minus 900, now minus 1,000 favorite. Maybe a bit of an overcorrection there. Good double jab from Joshua. Joshua plus 550. Vegas getting greedy there. That's a 450 point difference between underdog and favorite. Oh, overhand right for Dubois. He landed a double jab and the overhand right behind it. Joshua took it, but he also took it. Good jab there from Joshua, and there's another. And Dubois looks like the bigger guy, maybe the harder puncher, most likely. Good jab to the body from Dubois. Oh, Joshua went for it with that overhand right. Dubois ducks under, lands a good right hook of his own. And there's a jumping left hook that lands for Daniel Dubois right on the chin. Battle between Dubois' gas tank and AJ's chin, right? Good left hand there from Dubois. I think there's a good chance that Anthony still wins this by decision. Odds are blacked out at the moment. It says minus 1,000 Dubois, plus 550 Joshua, but you're not allowed to bet right now. 3 jabs in a row there from Joshua. Joshua barely missed that right uppercut. Was thinking the same thing, Wyatt. It's Robert. All right, good jab there from Dubois. Coming down to 50 seconds left here in the third. And there's another hold. Much better round for Joshua. But another good left hand for Daniel. There's another one. Still probably a Daniel Dubois round, though. And both men looking to see who's going to throw first. Good right hand there from Joshua. There's a left hook upstairs from Anthony Joshua. And a jab and a hold. Oh, both guys swinging for the fence. Oh, and left hook lands for Dubois. Joshua's hurt again. He's on the ropes. Clubbing right hands and lefts. And Joshua on the ropes with seconds left. The ropes are holding him up. That's another knockdown. Will the referee stop the fight? And Dubois, a big mistake, did not go back to his corner in time, slowing, and he just used his stool to get up. Anthony Joshua breaking the rules, using his stool to get up by an 8 count. And it is allowed. The referee wasn't able to get in there in time. Wow. Wish I had eyes on this fight while trading heavy punches. Yep, yeah, for sure. And let's see. Oh, it's a left hook that clipped Joshua and wobbled him. And then Dubois just went off on the ropes. So, round 4. And another 10-8 for Daniel Dubois. 30-25. Double D after 3. And we're already here in the 4th. And another knockdown! Dubois rushes Joshua at the bell, and Joshua is down once again. He's right back up. It was a flash. Odds still off the board for betting. There's a big left hook and a right hand for Dubois. Joshua's down. Oh, he's saying... Okay, saying no knockdown. Joshua's off balance. There's a good left hand from Dubois. And another right hook. There's the left hook and a right uppercut for Dubois. And Anthony holds on. Dubois now a minus 8,000 favorite. Plus 1,400 on Joshua. Big right hand for Dubois. Joshua holds on. Wow. Another big right hand in the clinch from Daniel Dubois. Anthony Joshua's got a lot of work to do to get back into this fight, and he eats a right hand in the clinch. Joshua running now in the corner, eats a left hook to the body from Dubois. I think the referee's going to say that was low. And they are giving Anthony Joshua a lot of time for a body shot that looked like it was borderline. Oh, big left hook from Dubois. Joshua is hurt once again. Big right hook from Dubois. Oh, a thunderous left hook from Dubois. There's another right hand and a left hook. Jumping left hook from Dubois. A huge right hand. Anthony Joshua hurt badly. Oh, there's another big right hand from Dubois. A minute left to go in the 4th. They exchange jabs and Anthony holds on once again. Can Anthony Joshua hold on to finish this round? Again with a dive to hold on to the legs of Dubois. And there's another left hook from Daniel Dubois. Dubois minus 2,500 favorite right now. Plus 950 for Joshua. There's a good left hand for Dubois. Can AJ last 20 seconds left? There's a big right hook from Joshua. And he holds on. Joshua may be trying to punch his way out of this fight. And as it goes on, Dubois, his cardio has been questionable in the past. There's a good left hand from Joshua. And that is the end of the round. Wow. And Anthony Joshua was able to stay upright that round. 40-34, Daniel Dubois. Can Anthony Joshua shake off 2 knockdowns and come back and win this fight? I think he can. I wouldn't favor him to do it, but I think it's definitely more than possible, and you can get 10-1 odds. You can get plus 1,000 odds on Anthony Joshua right now. Tyson Fury watching this fight, very interested. I almost guarantee you he's rooting for Anthony Joshua. He knows where the big money is. And Dubois pressuring Joshua again to start the 5th. Good jab there from Anthony. Anthony's not going to get rushed again, I don't think. Good right hook there from Joshua. He knew it was coming. Oh, and there's a big one, too, again from Dubois. And Anthony forced to hold on. Oh, no, excuse me. Another knockdown in that round. Another 10-8 round. Good exchange of jabs. Oh, big right hand from Joshua. And Dubois is hurt. And there's a left hook from Anthony Joshua. A big overhand right. And they're exchanging bombs. And Joshua goes down again. Face first. A counter shot from Daniel Dubois. It looks like Anthony Joshua will not get up. It is all over. Anthony Joshua was coming back. It looked like he had Daniel Dubois hurt for the first time in this fight. And Dubois clips him with a counter shot. And Joshua cannot get to his feet on time. What a wild, wild fight. Wow. Dubois was hurt and pulled a shot out of his ass to end this fight. Yes, you did, E-Combo. Craziest thing I've seen. Face down, ass up. Yep. Wow, holy shit, what a war. It's all over, fellas. Joshua tried to get up, fell on his face. King James had a feeling this is about to happen. One of best boxing I've seen in a long time. Yeah, that was a fun fight. No matter what you say about Anthony Joshua, too. I mean, when he wins, sometimes it's entertaining. When he loses, it's very entertaining. He usually at least has the other guy hurt, maybe knocks him down. But Daniel Dubois on top of the world right now. One of the biggest upsets in boxing this year. Oh, there we go. AJ couldn't survive to come back. Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to Dubois. Anthony was coming back. He had Dubois hurt in the 5th. And Dubois lands that counter shot. Let's watch the replay. I want to see what shot it was. There was a big right hook from Anthony. Then the left hook. Then a huge overhand right and another one that hurt Joshua. And it was just a right hook right on the chin. And Joshua, I think, still wasn't recovered. And Dubois put him flat on his back. He hit him with one shot right before it. And that one was right on the button. You get hit on the button by a heavyweight, bad things happen. And Anthony Joshua, I don't know if he was getting up at a 20 count. He was trying, but he was in dream world. Yeah, his face was still literally on the canvas. Ass up as the referee got to 10. Pulse reloaded. Yes, you did, sir. You should have bet. 5 rounds of action is better than first round KO. And much better than a 12-round hugging match. Way she goes, Phil. Bacon and sparrows. Mike, what was odds before fight for Dubois by KO? Yeah, it was like plus 900, I think. It was pretty high. It was under 10 because he was a plus 320 underdog. I want to say it was like plus 900, somewhere in there. AJ is the Tua of boxing. If Tua was evil and we all loved watching his toes curl. Well, yes, AJ was favored. He was a minus 500 2 days ago. Yesterday he'd fallen to a minus 450, and today before the fight he was a minus 425. Dubois was a plus 320 at the time of the start of the fight, so not like the biggest favorite ever, but that's a pretty big favorite. Hawk Tua always chose to lead head first. Oh my God. Are you calling AJ Hawk Tua? That is great. King James. Oh my God. He definitely had his ass up in the air. And let's see. we're going to get some interviews from these guys. And, yeah, the Anthony Joshua one, if he gives an interview, it's going to be interesting. 96,000 fans here in Manchester. Most of them shocked. Most of them were going for AJ. That's what happens when you make the champion walk out first. That's some karma, Manchester. Dude, and Dubois is even from England. And they made him walk out first as the champion. Similar to Buster Douglas, Daniel Dubois was accused of lacking heart earlier in his career. And he is a legit world champion now.
I've only got a few words to say, man. You know, are you ready to take?
27 years old. 22-2. With 21 knockouts. Never had followed AJ and never heard of Dubois. Okay, fellas, back to finish painting at my church. Have a good rest weekend. What a good guy painting the church. We'll see ya. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. You know, it's been
Oh, and we gotta hang out to listen for the AJ interview, right? This is gonna be legendary.
seemed to be a bit of a firefight towards the end there. AJ looked like you had your hurt, and then you landed that beautiful shot as well. Was it a case of let's just have a fight? Forget a boxing match, let's just have a fight? No, I'm a gladiator. You know, I'm just a warrior to the end, to the bitter end, and I'm just ready to go. You know, I want to go to the top level of this game and reach my full potential. God bless you all. What has been the big change, Daniel? Again, this is.
And that's a legit KO, the 10 seconds, not a TKO.
But what's been the big change with you? This big turnaround in performances. Again,
Is Daniel Dubois legit? He looked legit tonight.
Just you know, behind the scenes, to work with my dad, you know, all my family and you know my strong team here, they've helped me get through this. So God bless you all, man. Do you prefer to be the underdog? You've been the underdog in your last 3 fights. Not many people in the 96,000 that were here picked you to win. Does that give you that drive because people were picking it against you? You know, I've just been on a roller coaster ride, and this is my time. It's my redemption story. And
This is my time. This is my redemption story. Daniel Dubois, man of very few words. He likes to do his talking with his fists. He seems pretty excited to get out of that interview.
What's your answer now, Frank? Well, the magnitude, it was phenomenal when it was a phenomenal fight. And I've always felt it would be a Hagler-Hearns situation. And that's what it was. 2 guys give everything. It takes 2 people to make a fight like that. A great champion and AJ. AJ absolutely contributed, showed his heart right to the end. But it was just a brilliant, brilliant fight. And obviously I'm pleased because my man's won and I've had faith in him from the beginning. I always felt he would do it and he's done it. So many have questioned Daniel's mental strength over the years, right? That fight against Joe Joyce, the fight against Oleksandr Usyk. He's shown so much mental fortitude in the last 12 months. You've backed him in that time as well. What's it been? Why the turnaround? It's not a turnaround, it was there. He was a young man. He had double fractures of his eye. He couldn't fight. That was it.
And he's only 27 years old.
That's the end of it. And it was what it was.
If he doesn't get out of shape like a Buster Douglas or an Andy Ruiz, Daniel Dubois could go for another 10 years. Another tough 10 years.
Gave him at that time his toughest fight. There's no doubt about that. He hurt him. I'd like to see him fight him now. But obviously he's got to fight Tyson first. And I think Tyson will take his scalp. But it's a, you know, he's done brilliantly.
So all of a sudden, Daniel Dubois looks like a pretty interesting opponent for the winner of Usyk and Fury.
And a champion's performance. And, you You know, he's done everything that's been asked of him. Showed his courage, his skills, his resilience. I mean, AJ caught him with a shot over there. I mean, I've got to be honest. I was worried about that, and I'll tell you from my heart, I was worried about that.
Yeah, I thought Joshua might be coming back to finish this.
That's what it was, but what a fabulous, fantastic fight by both the guys.
Final one from you, Frank. There's always a plan, right? There's always a what next question. I'm going to ask that next. If AJ won, there was a lot of talk about an undisputed. Now that your boy Daniel's won, what next for Daniel?
Well, we're going to sit down and think about it and see the outcome of the fight on the 21st of December at the Riyadh season show. And then we'll make some decisions. But he'll want to be busy. He may want to be out of the game before Christmas. We'll see.
I'm going to assume Anthony Joshua is not going to give an interview tonight.
He's at the top of his game, and I think there's more to come, by the way. I shouldn't say he's the top of his game. He's at the top of his game tonight, but I think he'll improve as a fighter on the strength of these last few results.
Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you. AJ, let's have a few words.
Oh, here he is, Anthony Joshua. Here you go, Wyatt.
We knew that this was going to be a tough fight, right? Regardless of what.
And a lot of cheers here for Joshua.
Boxing fans saying it was always going to be a tough
Let's
fight.
see, can he be classy?
The opponent, but credit to him and his team. We rolled the dice at success and we come up short. But I want to say, everyone in Wembley, I appreciate you coming out this evening. You know I'm pissed. You know I'm ready to kick off in the ring, but I'm going to keep my cool and keep very professional and give the respect to my opponent.
We've seen you come back from defeat.
Oh, come on, Joshua. So disappointing.
We've seen you
No.
rebuild before as well. I know it's a tough question to ask after that type of fight, but we are going to see another rebuild, aren't we, AJ?
Yeah, I think, you know what it is, before I came here, I'm always saying to myself, I'm a fighter for life. We rolled the dice at success and we came up short, and we roll it again in it, if you know what I mean. We keep rolling the dice.
Was it mistakes in there tonight?
I did expect him to box Dubois instead of punch with him. I feel like he played into Dubois' game plan a bit there. And it looks like we had a little freeze there, but a classy response from Anthony Joshua.
Man, it was Daniel that landed more.
Well, it was the first round. You know, it was a huge right hand that AJ shipped in the first round. And after that, he was fighting on heart and desire.
And let's get, if anybody wants to call in, let's do some call-ins.
And he just kept on trying. And at the end of the fourth round, he hurt Daniel Dubois. And in the fifth round, he really hurt Daniel Dubois.
Football tomorrow, guys. Seattle Seahawks, Miami Dolphins. 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Back on Mike's Sports Experience. We might do both, but we'll definitely be back on Mike's Sports Experience. I got to get that channel going again now that we're all remonetized.
Losing to a British heavyweight makes it feel better, so congratulations for him, but very proud of Anthony Joshua, who just never gave up.
Any final one? I know it's been
No boxing, they could have a new belt with each Happy Meal. It wasn't the Fury Usyk fight for all the marbles. Yeah, so what happened, James, is Daniel Dubois was the mandatory, was the IBF mandatory against Usyk. Usyk, instead of fighting Dubois again, which he's already beaten him once, he signed the rematch against Fury, so he had to relinquish the IBF belt, which Daniel Dubois won, and then defended it tonight against Anthony Joshua.
Daniel, final one from you, the champion. If you can name one name.
Yes, Wyatt. Yep, you're all right. I don't know how many belts they have. Now it's only 3 for there's still only 3 main. WBA, WBC, IBF. That makes you undisputed. WBO is like, it's like 8/10 of a belt. The World Boxing Organization, like when somebody becomes WBO champion, they're kind of like, okay, yeah, this guy's kind of a world champion, but it's just... it just doesn't have the lineage of the WBC, WBA, and IBF. And then some people try to throw the IBO in there now as the 5th belt, which I think is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. You got your 3. So as the 5th belt, Dubois was this for a belt. Yeah, it was for a belt. I don't know who has the IBO and the WBO, to be honest.
Really recovered from the first round, that big right hand. I think he was fighting on pure heart and instinct.
It was the main 3 for many years. They added 2 belts, more belts since then. I don't know, I don't even know how many straps are out there anymore. I always thought the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world was the true belt. Yeah, you have the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF. And to squash some of that confusion, now they call it the lineal heavyweight championship. So you can follow the line down from the beginning of the heavyweight championship to the lineal, but it's also called the Ring Magazine belt. Yeah, boxing's crazy. All right, I'm heading out. Got to blare some music down the mountainside. Cheers till next time. Cheers, Phil.
From the get-go. I think we all need to lie down.
All right, big match here as people are coming out. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Some good matches here. I thought we were going to get to see a few more fights. I wanted to see the Josh Warrington, but I was having a hard time pinning down exactly when each thing was starting. That's boxing. Boxing can be weird. But again, Daniel Dubois, the champion, defending his belt. But like we said, he was a fairly sizable underdog coming into this, knocking Anthony Joshua down 4 times in 5 rounds to finish off the former 2-time heavyweight champion. Usyk has the 4 belts that matter. Oh, does he have 4? Okay, well, he doesn't have the IBF. No, the IBF is bigger than the WBO or IBO. He does not have all the belts that matter, though, Robert. I got to correct you there. The IBF is equal to the WBA and WBC. So Dubois has 1/3 of the undisputed championship. What's up, Billy? Hey, fam. Just saying hi. Can't stay. Hey, you missed a big upset. You missed a big upset, Billy. Daniel Dubois knocked out Anthony Joshua. Thanks for popping in, brother. And I was just about to end this thing, so we should do it while Billy's in here. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses tomorrow for Seattle Seahawks versus Miami Dolphins.